there, mysterious person behind the screen. Happy New Year! It's 2018. Yay! Twice Upon a Time Ed. Yay! There were good points. There were a lot of bad points. Overall, I'd say it was a good story. I enjoyed watching it. I've seen it a few times now. There were really inspired, poignant, touching bits, and there were some grossly mishandled bits, which I'll get into. But overall, I'd say the story was pretty good. Is it going to go down as one of the greats? No. Probably The Doctor Falls would have been a better exit for Capaldi as a whole. I certainly prefer that story, but as an exit, as exits go, as stories go, as Doctor Who stories go, then I'd say it was pretty good overall. Just do good points first, because I feel like, although I say it's pretty good overall, the bad points that are there are going to involve a lot of ranting from me. Good points first. Capaldi brings it. He really brings his A game to this one. He's knocking it out of the park on his last go round, and I'll miss him a lot because, yeah, I this whole YouTube channel is sort of, I really sort of started doing reviews properly, as in episode reviews when Capaldi came on board. So there's like, I've reviewed all of his episodes, so it was nice. It's sort of come full circle. I remember him coming on, and I was really excited. And it feels weird that it's ending because he's been fantastic. Stories, no. Like I said, Series 10 is the only series of his I consider good. But it's not. That doesn't take away anything from him because he's always been top notch. He's always been bringing his A game, even when the stories haven't been, up to scratch. So I don't think that's his fault. He's really been a fantastic ambassador for the show. He's done a lot of things, for the show. And the complaint that people saying, "Oh, kids aren't taken to him," bollocks. Kids, look at that video where he went to the Doctor Who experience and he's interacting with all these kids, and that to them he is the Doctor, and yeah, he was great. I will be sad to see him go because he was fantastic. David Bradley, whilst the character I'll get onto later was not well written in a few parts, he brought the essence of Bill Hartnell. There were points where a lot of his line deliveries were just like Hartnell would say it. Sit down here, my boy. That's one. There are a lot of points like that where he just captured the essence of Bill Hartnell and how Bill Hartnell would read that line and say that line. So I appreciate that a lot because he like I said, a lot of the dialogue was pretty bad and a lot of the times he was let down, but the fact that he could say all that and yet still be a really, really warm, nice presence, and to really capture that spirit of Hartnell, is a testament to him, testament to David Bradley's acting. He's a fantastic actor, and I think he really did. It was nice. It was really nice to see him not acting as Hartnell, but actually fully acting as the Doctor this time around. Because before in Adventure in Space and Time, he was acting as Hartnell, and he was fantastic there as well. But yeah, he's great. No complaints with his performance specifically. Let's just get that out of the way. Any issues I have with the first Doctor in this is not David Bradley's fault. He brought his A game just like Capaldi did. Really, all the performances I think were pretty good. There wasn't a weak link, I don't think. All the performances were top notch. I think a lot of the cast, it was their last go round, so they sort of, I imagine, just decided to just bring it all and give great performances, which was good because the cast was great. What else? The CGI was great. A lot of it was clearly done by John Smith on YouTube, and the fact that it was miles better than a lot of the BBC stuff speaks volumes. That vortex, everyone shared it because it's an amazing shot. It looks fantastic. It looks really professional and high budget, where the TARDIS is spinning through the vortex and going through that way. It looks fantastic. And the morph effect between Bradley and Hartnell at the beginning, or Hartnell and Bradley, I should say, was really well done as well.
that was a fantastic moment to see when it went from 4:3 black and white to just. That was good. That was great. I love that. And in general,
The recreations of the 10th planet. There was more. There was filming photos that have come out now that they did so much more. So much more. No, they did so much more. They recreated whole scenes of the 10th planet, and they didn't use it. It's what why bother to go to the length? Maybe it'll be on the Blu-ray or something. That's really weird because to go to the length to recreate loads of those scenes from 10th planet and only use the far from being all over bit, which is. It just puzzles me. And Ben and Polly, that they weren't in it because beforehand you see on my Twitter when that photo came out of like Ben, Polly, and the First Doctor, I said, I'm excited, but they look like cosplayers. Luckily, they weren't in it that much, and I actually think the actors did a really good job with it. Maybe they should have been in it more, to be honest, because I would have gotten used to it. Fine. Yeah. it's not a huge deal, but yeah, like previously on Doctor Who, 709 episodes ago, that was, I mean, you know, imagine like that Christmas Day prime time, and like a piece of 60s Doctor Who is being shown to that made me just that's such a cool thing to just say. It's fantastic, and that was really cool. So and at the end when it transitioned back into the 4:3 and the black and white, nice cyclical thing. And yeah, last big positive, I have to say, but this is the whole story, and then at the end I'll talk about the regeneration, so I'll probably put some time codes in the description or something. The war armistice. Now in series 3 with the human nature and the family of blood, they did the two-part of their Human Nature Family of Blood is effectively a tribute to World War One, and it's a bloody good one, and it's very poignant, and I always love that story for it. This one did it again, and yeah, that when Capaldi and Bradley, they couldn't be seen, so it's not like the doctors were causing it. They were just, you know, passers-by onlooking it, sort of like the original brief of the show. The to teach kids about history and stuff. And then they were just onlooking it, and Capaldi was giving a speech. It wasn't like an overblown speech about, you know, a 5 Who fan said this. It wasn't like an overblown speech again. I am putting this flag down, and this will be it. This will be the peace. It wasn't like, but it was like, you know, I think it was like, in any war ever again, it never happens. But for this one tiny moment, they put down their weapons and sang a song, and made peace. And it's a lovely. It reminds me of the Sainsbury's advert from a few years ago. That was well done as well, and it was a lovely tribute to it, and how it's just intercut with the soldiers just shaking hands and having a laugh and playing football. I loved that. That was so nice because it didn't try and get in the way of it. It didn't say, "Oh yes, this is the Doctor caused this. This whole event was caused by a temporal flux, making all the soldiers act nice to each other." It was just the Doctor sort of like, when it happened, he was like, "Oh, I've got my dates right, haven't I? This is the date. This is when it happens," and that was really nice. Yeah, I love that whole scene. I could go on. That whole scene was just fantastic. I said that was the last one. One more positive. The direction, again, Rachel Talalay, however you pronounce it, excellent. Oh god, her direction especially in last year's finale and this year's, fantastic. Again, there were so many shots I could just frame and hang on my wall. When it's just Bradley and the sunset in the background with the TARDIS, with his TARDIS, and then the Doctor's TARDIS, and he's about to go in it, and he just sort of gives a little smile. It's a lovely bit, and the whole direction in general was just fantastic. Lovely composed shots, wonderful, looked amazing, and I can't wait to see how it looks on Blu-ray as well in full HD glory, because obviously it's HD on the broadcast, HD on the iPlayer, but obviously Blu-ray will be full 1080p uncompressed. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah. So negatives, right? The First Doctor is not a sexist. Okay,
He's just not. It really demonstrates a fundamental lack of understanding of the First Doctor's character. That you have to make him sexist like this. And this is going to be a long rant, so brace yourself here. I did a rant like this on Twitter a few months back when that interview came to light. Stephen Moffat says, "Oh yes, I've written him to be very sexist. So you know the 12th Doctor can say to him, oh, you can't say things like that. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, I'm so clever. I'm Stephen Moffat." When that came to light, I was all right. Here's why. So go look at that on my Twitter because I just went mental on that. Basically, there was never a point in that original 3-year run, or 3/4 year run, depending on how you look at it, where the Doctor was actively out to be sexist. Any sexism that came from that was during the time in the era, and half the time it wasn't like explicit. And now the Doctor decided to tell Polly to clean up because she was a woman. It's like that never happened. A casual sexist comment here and there, maybe. Nothing that the writers intended, and nothing that they wanted to be an integral part of his character. Nothing that. Let's have a look at my desk calendar. I got this for Christmas. The First Doctor was often described as a crotchety old man. Nowhere in here, and obviously this is just one thing, nowhere does it say, oh, the First Doctor was a rife sexist and homophobe. And he hates the French as well for some reason. That was weird. For some reason, he hates the French. Nowhere in any description of the First Doctor will you find anything like that. It demonstrates such a fundamental lack of understanding of his character. And if you're going to... It's quite harmful and dangerous, honestly, because if you're going to resurrect... Well, not resurrect. If you're going to bring back a character with a recast actor because the original actor is no longer with us... You have to do it with the utmost respect, and tainting his character like that is borderline offensive. And it's Doctor Who. It's trying to be. It's almost. This is gonna sound really bad. It's almost like it's trying to take credit for suddenly being, oh look, we're so progressive, because originally the Doctor hated this. It's like, oh, I'll have you know, I have experience with the fairer sex, and it's like, what? And then Bill goes, oh yeah, me too, and it's sort of like, all right, fair enough, be progressive. It's a really important thing to do, but it's almost like you're trying to fundamentally taint your own history to be progressive rather than showing it. You have to. He's my nurse. I realise that's implausible because he's a man. Older men, like women, can be put to good use. I was feeling sick at that point, and the worst part, okay, Stephen, should we show the sexist attitudes of a previous time during the story? Oh yes, we can do. Oh, I wonder what character that you've written in from this era could fill that void apart from the First Doctor. It's not like we have a World War One captain present at all. It's not like we have anyone from that era present to fill that role. I don't get it. And the worst part, where it really felt mean-spirited, was when the Doctor... Oh, what is it? What's the lead into it? It's like Bill says, oh, a lady made of glass. That's cool, isn't it? And then the Doctor goes bloody, oh, well, aren't all women made of glass? In a way. And he starts laughing. It's... Yeah. I cannot believe what I'm watching. It's... Oh, it's really bad, guys. It's really bad. The one line where it kinda, I stress, kinda made sense was when he and it more made sense as a comedic moment because of the comedic timing of all the actors. When Bill goes, you're a bloody arse, and the Doctor, I keep saying Bill Hartnell, it's not Bill Hartnell. No way does this do a disservice to Bill Hartnell. When the First Doctor steps out and goes, any more of that language, young lady, and you'll get a jolly good smack bottom.
Now, yes, the First Doctor did say that in the Dalek Invasion of Earth. He says it to Susan, who's his granddaughter. It's more of a, oh, you, again, that's sort of the lightly sexist comments coming out. Was never intended to be a part of his character. I always took that moment as more of a, oh, it's a grandfatherly daughter thing. Yeah, like it's more, it's more of a granddaughter relationship. It's like, he said that to his granddaughter. He never said it to a woman he's just met. And but what made that it kind of works. I can see it. It's kind of a nice reference, but there's logical shortcomings. What made that scene work was all three actors, their comedic timing. Because Bradley's face when he says it, he just goes and just goes off frame into the TARDIS, and Capaldi, it just cuts to his face and he's just mortified. He's just shocked, and Bill is just sort of shocked but sort of laughing at the same time. She's just like, and obviously the 12th Doctor is, can we never talk about that again, please? All that was funny, but it's just, I could go on. I could make a whole half-hour rant about these sexist comments and why they piss me off so much. Oh yeah, he hates the French for getting a story called The Reign of Bloody Terror, The Reign of Terror. And it's like, I've not listened to the reconstruction of the Massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve. Is that set in France as well? Maybe. I'm not sure. But the Reign of Terror is set in the French Revolution. Nowhere in that story does he goes, all these French, oh, aren't they bastards? It's not, oh, I could go on. It was worse than I feared. I thought it'd just be one throwaway exchange. No, it happened a lot. Oh well, Bradley still gives it a go, and the fact that he has to say all those things is a testament to him. The points with the First Doctor I really loved, like when she says, well, why are you afraid of regenerating? He goes, why don't you want to regenerate? And he goes, I am afraid. Yes? Very afraid. And it's like, it's a really nice moment, and it's really nicely and well done. And he's quite likeable. And then I think this is after all the sexist comments have happened, so it's kind of like, but if he had said that before, so he's quite likeable. Then he says, "Women are made of glass." It's like, you just destroyed any likability that we've built up, and it's like, kids now getting into Doctor Who. Maybe they've just got into Capaldi's era. Maybe they watch this, and they're not going to want to watch the First Doctor stories. They're not going to want to get into that era, because to them he's the racist, sexist, homophobic one. So you've fundamentally tainted the character. Oh, it pissed me off to no end. Several sort of cringy dialogue sections, I would say. You're the first Dalek that ever got naked for me. Whoa. Sorry, just gagged. That line was so atrocious. God. What else? There wasn't really much. I can't tell whether I like this or not, that the fact that there wasn't much of a plot. It was just sort of, two doctors meet, they meet a captain. Oh, the captain's been misplaced. Oh, look, some glass people. Oh, look, a Dalek. And then it was just sort of, okay, we'll take you back now. That was just sort of it. It didn't really... But I'm not sure, maybe I kind of like that, because after the finale, where it was all the 12th Doctor's last stand against the Cybermen and stuff, I really, I thought... it was kind of a nice break, and it was kind of just sort of fun, sort of little detour that the Doctor went on before his regeneration, and it was all kind of nice stuff. So, but then again, the double-edged sword, because it's kind of like maybe, I don't know. The captain is the Brigadier's, what was he again? Great-grandfather, grandfather, uncle. There seems to be some confusion as to who he actually is. But anyway, he's a descendant of the Lethbridge Stewart bloodline. We all kind of knew that would be the case, but I feel like when it was said, it was just sort of like, oh, that's cool, isn't it? And obviously, because the First Doctor doesn't know, so it's like, I shall be very honoured to visit your family. And then the 12th Doctor's like, yeah, that was fun, but I don't know, it's kind of felt unnecessary. I kind of would have preferred it if the captain was just an everyday
World War One captain, because that sort of would have cemented the horror of the war thing. Yeah, but he had, yeah, the captain had some nice moments. That when it was him and that guy had some nice speeches. It was like, what is hell, eh? That was fun. Not fun. What am I on about? Oh, that was not fun. Why did I just say that was fun? Because it's not. Oh well. What else? What else? I'm really, yeah. Like overall, it's massively just sort of how the first Doctor was handled, really. And a few inconsistencies in the plot. There's a lot of fan service, which isn't always ideal, but you know, there are so many things that keep me returning to this story. I think if I can bypass all the cringy dialogue and occasionally the plot shortcut. Clara, oh, I just sorry. In my head, I just had an image of a green screened in Jenna Coleman smiling at me. That's just popped into my head. You all know how much I hate Clara. I've done videos on her before. Well, not videos. I've ranted about her in other videos before, but yeah. Oh god. Fine. At least it was kept brief. Fine. I really hated it, but at least it was kept brief because it was kind of nice for Capaldi to just go, you're back and stuff, because it was kind of full circle, I guess. But at the same time, I did not want Clara to be on my screen, but you know, fair enough. There are plenty of Clara fans out there, and if you are, more power to you. I'm glad you got your due here. If you are a fan of Clara, cool. I wish I was. That's really cool that you are, and I'm glad that you can enjoy something that I can't. So, opinions are opinions, and opinions are your own and no one else's, and they're not wrong and they're not right, and it's yeah. Right. Before we this is gonna be a long one. Before we, it's like I hate recording this or something. No, I don't. It's just how I said in the last video, in the comments of the Merry Christmas one, how 2018 would be hard because I'm leaving school and I've got so many exams to prepare for and the mocks. I've got a mock tomorrow. Oh well, no, because I need to. Yeah, right. Wrap this up. The music. It's. I don't think it's been officially confirmed that Murray's leaving. But it's sort of all but been confirmed. And that sort of cemented it. Like I said, he's probably leaving. After hearing the score for this episode, yeah, he's leaving. He reused a lot of stuff. Sometimes it worked. Sometimes I got a really nice pang of nostalgia from hearing, oh, it's that theme, it's that tune. But yeah, probably just him going a bit on a bit of a nostalgia walk, just reusing the old theme before he goes. So it was kind of nice. I swear I heard Rose's theme during an exchange between Bill and the First Doctor. So that was weird. That didn't fit. But like things like having the First Doctor, bloody hell. No, the Ninth Doctor's theme being used for the first time we see Jodie. That was really nice, I think, because it's like, it's all changed, but it's quite familiar and it's quite nice, and it was just nice to hear. After so many years, apart from in class, but it was nice. It was nice to hear. But it wasn't sort of just like reusing them. We got some variations on it, like they played the Varley theme when the First Doctor was regenerating his TARDIS, which was just a lovely moment. But they didn't just do the same tune from the specials. They added some drums to it. So it was like, so it was a bit more percussion there, which was nice. That scene was great, by the way. It was just like, here we go, the long way round, and just fading back in. The first regeneration was very nice. Yeah, as well the music. We heard "I Am the Doctor" again. You know what? I hated hearing that for so many years. Because it was overused to death, but I love "I Am the Doctor," but the problem was it was overused to death. But hearing it now, it doesn't really fit because that was Matt Smith's theme. But hearing it in the whole flashback fan servicey sequence, you just heard da 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 da. It was always like a refreshing thing to hear. It was like, that it was like sort of greeting an old friend that it was like, this is great. So that was cool. There was one piece that stuck out to me that has been reused. What? Oh, God, what was it?
Oh bloody hell! Oh, I can't remember now. It was like I think it was during the. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. There was a piece from the RTD era that was reused at one point that I thought, oh, that's nice. That scene where the Doctor, that image is so sad when the Doctor's just on his own after the armistice, just sort of he's like that, and then obviously Bill shows up, so he's. And they play the music from the I Thought There'd Be Stars scene from Series 10, so that I can't, it sort of sounds a bit like Full Knox, but it's not really Full Knox, but it was kind of nice. But that whole thing, sort of Capaldi keeping his cool, and that was so sad, because obviously he was about to go to his regeneration, him and Bill were just taking a nice little walk, you can say come take a walk. That was all nice, and obviously then we get the car thing, and then we get a hug between the best TARDIS team in recent memory. Bill and Nardole and the Doctor, we get a nice little hug there. Kind of ruined by when Nardole goes cuddle, which I didn't like, but fair enough. The music there was really nice, because like he's still sort of keeping it cool. It's like, oh, I don't know what the lead-in was, but say my impeccable dress sense, my wonderful sense of character, and it's like that was really nice. And then he goes off and got the regeneration. The regeneration is a pretty good thing to go out on. Well, I suppose one more lifetime wouldn't kill anyone apart from me. Yeah, no, that was also right, Doctor. I've got some things to say to you. That was nice. You never see any other Doctors telling their next incarnations how to act, though, do you? That was kind of odd, but it was like, yes, this is how you need to act, and it's adding fuel to that fire of anti-female Doctor people, people who are against the female Doctor, saying, oh, she's not really the Doctor because the Capaldi had to tell her how to act. Nah, don't take it like that, please. It was just a sort of oversight by the writer, but it wasn't a huge deal. It was still a lovely speech, and we got Pertwee's jacket hanging in the background, so that was really nice. Never need pairs. That was cool. Yeah, be kind. Hate is always foolish. Love is always wise. Yeah. And while it was kind of a weird section where he's going on about, oh, children can hear your name, it was really nicely done that I can almost overlook it, because Capaldi's acting his heart out and the music's really nice because it's breaking the wall from Heaven Sent. I can overlook that because that was such a nice thing, even though it was a bit of a weird bit of dialogue. It's if they listen hard, children can hear your name. That was cool. I love the build up where it's like the end of Breaking the Wall, da 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 da, and at the end of that, Doctor, I let you go, Jodie. So yeah, no, I really loved the regeneration. It was really nice. Of course, he wouldn't go out crying like Tennant or Smith, because he's more of a harder Doctor. So I don't think he would. I think he went out how the 12th Doctor would do. So it's sort of like, I let you go. It was nice because it wasn't like I am the Doctor and I'm regenerating. It was more like a quiet little subdued thing with a little bit of a smile at the end. Nice cyclical thing. The first thing we see of the 12th Doctor was his eyes, and the last thing we see of him is his eyes as they morph into Jodie's eyes. But yeah, the whole scene was great. The TARDIS looked great. Again, the direction by Rachel Talalay. Oh, it looked amazing. The purple lights around it. Yeah, it was great. It was almost like the TARDIS was getting ready for the regeneration as well. So it was let's talk about Jodie. She looks so good after 2 lines. I can't wait. She really looks fantastic. I really can't wait, guys. Oh, brilliant. It's sort of like how the reaction I wanted it to. Not, oh look, I've got tits now. It was like, it was more, yeah, wow, okay, this is different. I'll roll with this, yeah, because it's her face sort of turned from sort of shock, and then this is brilliant. So it's like, and then it pans down to the of her hands, and the ring falls off. That was really nice. The lovely reference to Power of the Daleks I've seen online. Then the ring falls off. That was a really nice touch. I love how before she presses the button and it all goes tits up, she sort of jiggles her hands, like the camera's here, and she goes and presses the button there. It's really nice. She looks like she's going to be such a fun, exciting doctor who's just enjoying herself. I hope that's the direction they take anyway, because I think she just looks like she's having a ton of fun. Even when she's falling out of the TARDIS, it's like, no, and the amount of, for God's sake, the amount of women drivers jokes I've heard. It's like, yeah, because the Ninth Doctor, when he regenerated, the TARDIS never went haywire then, did it? And it's not like it crashed into the powerless state. When the 10th Doctor regenerated, it's not like the whole thing bloody blew up and crashed into a shed. When the 11th Doctor regenerated, it's not like it crashed into a dinosaur's mouth. It's like, oh, it's like, these criticisms are coming from people who like to bend canon to fit their criticisms, is what I'm saying. But yeah, nah, it looks great. I when it ended, I thought, no, I want to watch series 11 now. She looks fantastic. I'm so excited for Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. She looks like she's gonna be great, and you know what? That's this is it. This is the new era, and I can't wait, because this is it. This is gonna be all new. This is gonna become different to what we've seen before, and I just I really can't wait. Can't wait to go on an adventure with the Doctor again. Oh God, I can't wait. I really can't wait for whenever it's airing, autumn or something. Yeah, can't wait. I've got a bit of a cold. So yeah, that's it. Twice Upon a Time, pretty good. Fatal flaws, which did harm it, but pretty good overall, I'd say. So yeah, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you not? I've not. Yeah. So plans for the new year then. When I get a chance to upload, I will do it. It won't be frequent. It won't be often, but I will upload. Have got a lot of plans. Let's have a look at this. I've completed the DVD collection. That's all of the classic series stories that I had to collect. I've completed. So guess what? Next year, the final DVD collection. I'll be doing it in parts. Still trying to figure out how I can film this, since it's quite high up. But I'll figure out something. But yeah, no, that's all of it. I'm really happy to say that I own them all. So I'll be doing it in parts. So obviously, first Doctor will go first. First and second, maybe. I think I can fit first and second into one part. So I'll be doing that. I want to do a series called Discovering Buffy, because you may have seen I have gotten into Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm about to finish season 1. I've got 1 episode to go, and I'm loving it. So what I'm going to do is, every time I finish a season, I'm going to do a quick, like my Primeval one, except that this will be different because I'm all new to the series. I will make a video and say, this is what I thought this season. So expect season 1 of, video 1 of Discovering Buffy, season 1, to be coming out anytime soon. I just need to watch Prophecy Girl, and I'm done with season 1, then on to season 2, so that's good. I'm really enjoying that. And apart from that, sort of more of the same for the new year. When I can get, I was about to say when I can get my arse into gear, but it's not a case of that. When I get time to, I will do it. Just don't expect it too often, is what I'm saying. Because I am on a little bit of a hiatus right now because school stuff. So I'm saying in the comments, this could be it for the channel. This could be approaching the final days. I hope not. I really hope not. But it's starting to look that way. So what I'm saying is, I have all these plans for these videos, and I will try to do them. But that's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee that they will be coming. It's just, this is what I would like to do if I can and when I get the time to. In the summer, I probably will be doing a lot more videos, since I will have left school by then. I won't have any work to do because I've left school, and it'll just be gearing up to go to college, which means I'll have some free time to do videos, which I won't have for the first few months. And I guess by extent the last few months, because I'll be working hard at college. But yeah, that is what I will try to do. I can't promise anything. But yeah, so if you did enjoy this, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care now.